Valve just recently released the Tough Breaks update, which apart from adding things like maps and skins, also did something that severely pissed off the Pyro community. It buffed Pyro. Lost without guidance and having to deal with an abysmally long, extra 1/10 of a second on weapon switch, Pyro mains are clueless in how to play. Don't worry, my fellow brethren, I'm here to remind you that stock is still absolutely garbage compared to other flamethrowers. First off, I ain't even going to touch vlog this video. It's the nuts. That's all I'm going to say for now. The Tough Bricks update overall for Pyro seems to have a massive shift for Pyro playstyle. The style shifted from burning your targets and using a secondary, into burning your targets for massive damage, into using a secondary to finish them off with speed. Wait, what? It's the same style! Okay. Let me rephrase that, because that doesn't quite hit it. The emphasis on what you need to do in this update is from the single-dimensional, you can literally write a program to do 100% of the time, tap-tap-tap-pow combo, into the multi-dimensional, movement and aim-oriented, dancing actions of the flamethrower fighting. Also with secondary finishes because they're fast. So let's break down major changes for this update. Switch speed to Pyro to secondary reduced. Healing on air blasts is a go. Fall-off changes make flamethrowers go from 7 damage at base to 5 at the tip, and 6 right beyond this tip. By the way, this is for every flamethrower, which is why stock is still useless. Funny thing to note, this last change actually makes Pyro kill literally anything but 125 HP classes even faster. This is because the range you want to fight in now has a damage increase due to the damage fall off and the plus damage on keepers being removed. From 4 damage per tick, now to 6 damage. Yeah, that's a 50% damage increase. That's a lot. I haven't played the update enough to really get a pure impact on everything and what you need to do with the style, but I'm pretty sure that most of the style that you're going to do is pretty much the same, except you're going to literally just do it faster if you are playing Pyro right. If you were only using combos for the 90 burst damage and not actually timing your damage very well on it, you're probably going to be very mad at this update. I'm looking at a lot of Pyros who are complaining right now about this stuff. But if you're utilizing the LG rail aspect, the burn into flare to optimize, then in this situation, your damage is going to be much higher. You're going to be doing much better. And any kind of threat class that's not a scout, you're probably just going to be murdering them. Now, I'll admit, there are some things I don't like about this update. I'm not a big fan of the 20 HP on the air blast thing, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. That's no big deal. I think overall the changes are pretty good. I just think I haven't gotten used to the internal timings that have been different since I've been used to these timings that I've had for 5 years. Once I get these down, I'll probably be okay at this game. Like, I'll probably be able to combo just as well as I used to be. Honestly, I still have pretty good at it. But in general, I'm noticing that my kills are happening faster, that I'm just, in general, a lot scarier of a threat, and that my ability to snowball from a single kill into other kills is really nice. And that's even not using Vlog. With Vlog, that's basically on a whole nother level. I'll talk about that one in a future video, maybe? I don't know. Maybe if it gets nerfed before I do that, I really don't know. That seems like it's kind of weird. But anyways, to help out with people who are adjusting, I'm thinking of probably writing guides in regards to flamethrower movement, because I really think that this is an understated thing. Flamethrower in general is not like a W plus M1 game. It's much more of a dancing around your opponent and fiddling with the ranges and needing to detrack your movement kind of thing. And most Pyro mains who are at the top level don't really care about this because they never really had to. But now it's actually pretty important to know this kind of stuff because the flamethrower just absolutely kills everything now. So knowing how to use it to the optimal advantage is probably going to help you out a lot. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to write some guides about that and in general just get some more tips for people to adjust and whatnot. Now in the moment, if you're having trouble with this update because you're very combo heavy and you like to play aggressively, what I do recommend though is playing a style that I call the pudding cup style, but doing it in an aggressive manner. Due to the way that the switch speeds have changed, shotgun primary Pyro is a lot stronger than it used to be. So I do recommend if you're trying to adjust something really quickly, what you can do is you can primarily use the shotgun, and then in close ranges, shift to your flamethrower to either air blast projectiles or burn, but mostly think about burning and not trying to air blast into more shotgun. You'll find out that your damage is actually ridiculous. And if you start focusing on that kind of stuff, you'll probably have a lot of success in the update as it is right now. I wish I had more to say. I wish I had more to say about flamethrower movement in general, but that will be for a future guide. That kind of stuff is going to take a long time to make. But if you want that, just please comment below, subscribe to whatever you want. Give me an idea on what you guys want. In general, I don't think of this update as a nerf at all. I actually think of it as quite a large buff to Pyro in general. And I actually think it kind of increases the skill index because I think that flamethrower mechanics in general are a lot more higher skill level than combo-oriented stuff. As combos were really more just intended whenever we were trying to do them as more of a finishing style, rather than something that revolved the entire playstyle around. And whenever you start to think of it in regards to that and start to incorporate your flamethrowing, you're going to notice that you're going to be a lot more lethal in the close range. And you can probably still play Pyro the exact same way you have been for a long time. And you'll probably still do even better because the flamethrower damage is higher. But I do actually recommend for this update that you work on your flamethrower aim a little bit more in your flamethrower mechanics and movement. Try to think of ways that you can keep to your opponents in the close range and get to them. You'll probably do a lot better.